Yo, what's good with you guys, man? It's your boy Rare back with another very special, powerful video. In today's video, I want to title this video Stock Talk. All right, Stock Talk. And basically what I want to do is talk to you guys a little bit about some stock market things, talk to you guys about, the growing trend of investing amongst young millennials and young adults. Talk to you guys about kind of what a stock is, some of the primary benefits of investing in the stock market, and why I think if you are an elite millennial in the top 1% of elite millennials, and really just a hustler, ambitious, elite millennial who wants to be the first multimillionaire in your family, why I think we should all be dabbling in the stock market and investing in the stock market, some of the different ways that you can get started investing in the stock market, and some of the things like that. So before we get into this video, please be sure to like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to this video. I got my Elite Millennial t-shirt on today, gotta represent. Gonna be giving you guys an opportunity to get some of these as well as we continue to grow this channel. But like I said, like, comment, and share, and subscribe to the channel. If you are elite millennial, like I said, if you think you're in the top 1% of millennials out there, if you are an entrepreneur minded millennial, if you are someone who's a hustler, who's ambitious and who won't stop until you reach that multi-millionaire status, whether it's trying to be the first multi-millionaire in your family, this is a channel that you want to subscribe to, because that's everything that I try to embody as a millennial. I do believe that I am in the top 1% of my millennial, in the top 1% of millennials out there. And it's so much greater than how much money you make. It's really about the ideology and the mentality that you embody and how you go about your everyday life, just constantly looking to improve, constantly looking to get better, improve yourself, become the best version of yourself day in and day out, whether it's on a mental basis, a physical basis, and a spiritual basis. And that's all the things that elite millennials do. We seek to be the best that we can be. So if that's something that you resonate with, you need to subscribe to this channel, because that's the content I'm going to be bringing you. All things financial independence, all things self-improvement, all things, just freaking legendary. So like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. All right, guys, so let's jump right into this video, and let's have stock market talk. And honestly, I got a lot of segments that I want to bring to this channel. I used to do this thing on Instagram called the 60-second market breakdown that was actually super popular amongst a lot of my followers, where I would literally, at the end of the stock market close every day, I break down the stock market in 60 seconds or less, give you guys like the top news, top company data, stuff like that. So I'll definitely be bringing that segment to this channel. But let's just have stock market talk. I got a little list here of things I want to touch on. Number one, right? The growing trend that I'm starting to notice amongst young entrepreneurs, amongst young millennials, amongst individuals really starting to show an interest in the stock market. And I know that if you're on social media, this is something that you're seeing a lot of, whether it's guys preaching like Forex trading. I know day trading has been blowing up a lot within the recent years here, and I really think it's a product of people just wanting to learn how to make money outside of this rat race system that we've all kind of been indoctrinated into, that where we have to find a job and work it till we're 65 and retire. I think that's really the cause of why we're seeing a lot of these trends starting to become more and more popular. I guarantee you, if you scroll down your Instagram feed today, there's going to be someone marketing to you, getting started trading Forex or learning how to day trade, take my course, take this, take that. And honestly, I know a lot of people get annoyed by it, but I honestly look at it as a positive thing. The trend is continually becoming more and more popular, and also I attribute that to really just the access to information that we have that other generations didn't have. So people are able to learn more about stocks, learn more about cryptocurrency, which is another huge one that a lot of people are having conversations about today, because there is that asset is growing day to day, as you can see just by turning on your television. So I think this growing trend is great, and definitely I think if you're an elite millennial, this is something that you've been privy to, been knowing about the stock market, been knowing about investments. I know that I got started in finance actually in college. I majored in finance and at Central Michigan University, fire up chips. But that was my major, so I really got into stocks like honestly high school. Senior year of high school is when my interest first got peaked. So I've had some experience, which I'll talk about a little bit more in this video. But yeah, the first thing I want to touch on is, you know, stock market and young professionals, young entrepreneurs becoming interested in learning about the stock market, I think is bigger now than it's ever been. And I think that's a super positive thing. All right, so next I kind of want to talk about, so what exactly is a stock, right? And I know a lot of you probably have that question, and even the guys, honestly, I think even the people who are on Instagram preaching about, oh, let me take my Forex trading course or my day trading course, whatever it is, even a lot of those guys can't even really probably tell you what a stock is. And I'm going to give you guys a very simplified explanation of it right now. So basically what a stock is when you buy a stock, you're basically buying ownership in a company, and it's a very small percentage of ownership based on how many shares that you buy. But just anytime you hear about buying a stock, I want you to consider, you know, buying ownership in a company, regardless of what that company is. If that company has shares that trade publicly, you can purchase shares of that company and become what is called a shareholder, which basically says I am a, you know, percentage owner in this company. And it actually does bring some benefits. Like, for example, if you are a shareholder of certain companies, you do have the ability to vote for who's on the board of the directors of that company via proxy, which I can get into more details about that stuff in the future. But anytime you hear about stocks or buying stocks, I want you, the first thing that you think of is buying ownership in a company, okay? So that is basically what a stock is. And now I kind of want to talk to you guys about, you know, my background and my experience with the stocks. Like I said, I got into trading stocks really as a senior in high school. I remember I read my first stock book, which was Stock Market for Dummies. And it's funny because I actually recently sent that book to my little brother to kind of get him on that journey a little bit early. But that's the first book I read, and really where my journey and my interest started. And I started watching CNBC and seeing the stock tickers moving on at the bottom of the screen. And you know, it really piqued me just seeing this money in motion. From that point forward, I went to college and I started studying finance. And you know, I did a little bit of day trading during college as well, and man, I'll make a video about, you know, some of the times that I really made a lot of money day trading in college, you know. And so I started, you know, trading stocks. I was studying finance, so I was really able to get a super in-depth understanding about how business works, what is finance, what is a stock market, how this whole kind of exchange of money works. And I was just fascinated by it. I started analyzing companies, looking at their financial statements, their balance sheets, their income statements, a lot of things that we're gonna talk about and have conversations about on this channel. And it really just piqued my interest. From there, like I said, I got my degree and I got my first job right out of college with TD Ameritrade, which is a huge broker dealer in the financial industry. And I worked there for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then I moved to Morgan Stanley and worked there, which was actually my last job before now working for myself currently. So that's a little bit about my background experience. As I talk about in previous videos, I do have my Series 7 and my Series 66, which is basically just a license that you have to take a test for to be able to sell stocks to the general public. But I promise you guys, I'm not selling you guys stocks on this channel. I am no longer a financial advisor, so you don't have to worry about that for me. But that's a little bit of my background in the financial industry. Now I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about, look at the list here. A little bit about the different types of investing that as elite millennials that we can get into. Let's go. All right, guys. So now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the different types of investing that we can do as elite millennials. And I spoke on one of them a little bit earlier in this video, and that's the rising phenomenon of day trading, okay? And day trading is plain and simple. Whenever you hear day trading, just think about buying a stock and selling a stock in the same day. So you literally buy a stock and then you profit whatever you can from that stock and then sell that stock within minutes, within seconds, you know, within fractions of a second in some circumstances. But like we said, day trading is a rising phenomenon, and I really attribute it to not only access to information, but also just us becoming, as millennials and the younger generation, just becoming more woke and realizing that, you know, there are other opportunities to make money and create wealth for yourself rather than just working a 9 to 5 for a company for you know, 50 plus years. But you know, day trading is becoming super popular. Like I said, I've done it before, and I even do a little bit of it till this day. And there are a bunch of different ways to day trade, which I will touch on in a little bit. But day trading is simply you know, buying a stock and selling a stock within the same day, and doing that process multiple times over and over again within a day, and with the intent to make quick money from it. And honestly, you know, there are stats out there that say 99% of day traders lose money. There's a very small percentage of traders who actually make money consistently. But if you come up with a system and a process, you can actually make a lot of money day trading. I know that in the past I've made a lot of money and lost a lot of money day trading, and I know people who have made a career off of day trading as well. So that's one form of investing, and to be honest with you, day trading isn't really even investing. Technically it's not investing, it's more of, I'm not gonna say gambling, just know that day trading is very risky. As I said, 99% of day traders actually lose money, and a very small percentage of day traders actually make money, okay? The second form of investing is long-term investing, okay? And long-term investing is really something that when I was in my career as a financial advisor, we really speak to with our clients, is long-term investing. And that's really the definition of long-term investing, is buying a stock with the intent of holding it for 1 year or longer, okay? And short-term investing is buying a stock with the intent of holding it for 1 year or less. So long-term investing is really where 401ks start coming into question, and IRAs, individual retirement accounts. Long-term investing is really ideally for planning for retirement, or planning, you know, a few years out, whether you're looking to buy a home in 4 to 5 years, whatever it is. That's typically when you would utilize a long-term investment strategy. And I'm actually gonna make videos a little bit more detailed into a lot of these things moving forward, but I just wanna give you guys a few different forms of investing that you can learn about and implement in your own life. So like I said, number one, you can day trade the stock market, which is very risky. Number two, you can be a long-term investor, which is, you know, also there's strategy that goes on with that. It's a lot less riskier. If you're playing the law of averages, you know, the major stock market indexes have a tendency to average certain rates of return a year. So if you're investing for the long term past that year amount, you're more likely to generate positive returns. And then you have a short-term investing, which kind of fits into day trading, and then swing trading, which I won't get into too much in this video. But those are some different forms of investing that as elite millennials we can get into. Looking at my list right here. But yeah, so, you know, honestly, there you guys have it. This is a very simple video, but the reason I want to, you know, just put this content out is because that's what elite millennials do, right? That's what this brand, this company, that's what we embody. We embody really just taking the actions that the top 1% of financially affluent people take, and one of those actions is investing in the financial markets, man. Investing is a great way to grow your money as opposed to letting it sit in a bank where it's actually losing value relative to inflation. And what that means is, let's just say inflation is 2% and your money is sitting in your savings account and it's earning 1%. That means that your money is growing 1% maybe every year, but inflation, the value of goods, is growing 2% every year. So really, you're losing 1% relative to the value of goods that we have to go out and buy every day, like toothpaste, groceries, and all that stuff. So really, investing your money in the stock market is more so ideal than having your money sitting in a savings account where you may be earning 1%, 1.25%, when inflation may be a little bit higher, so you're actually losing the value of your dollar. In the stock market, your returns can be a lot greater. I mean, on average, the stock market, the major indexes, which I'll make another video about, I'm gonna try to give you guys this stuff super simplified, but on average, the major indexes like the S&P typically return, or the Dow, my apologies, the Dow typically averages an 8%, 7 to 10% return every single year. So when you equate that to earning 1% on a savings account in a bank, it's definitely a smarter, more elite millennial idea to invest in the stock market. And definitely what I recommend is more so on a long-term to short-term strategy, as opposed to just trying to be a day trader and make a quick buck. But I think investing in the stock market is a great idea. It's what elite millennials do. It's what the affluent and the wealthy do, and it's something that you have to familiarize yourself with if you want to, once again, become the first multi-millionaire in your family, be wealthy, be successful, be the best version of yourself. This is super, super important. So I am going to be making more videos on the importance of investing in the stock market and learning the right strategies. We can get very, very detailed. There you guys have it, you know. Like I said, I'm gonna make more content because I know I've probably said some terms in this video that doesn't really make a lot of sense to you guys, but in the end of the day, you know, get started, you know, investing in the stock market. And like I said, I made in the previous video, it literally takes very little money. You can buy stocks out there for as low as pennies on a dollar to $1 to $20 to $50. Obviously, the cheaper the price of the stock is, the more risky it is generally. But the only reason I say this is to let you guys know that you don't need $1 million, you don't need $100 million to invest in the stock market. You can literally invest in the stock market with very little money, and if you continue to add to your stock, to your brokerage account, and add money, next thing you know, you will have a $20,000, $40,000, $100,000 portfolio where you're consistently earning money on that. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And also, if you're new to investing, I just really you know, I can't stress this enough. Just open the account and fund it with $20 and just buy a stock of a company that you admire that's within your budget. And that alone is literally going to change your paradigm. And what I mean by that is when you start investing in the stock market and taking action like that, it really opens up your awareness to see other opportunities where you can become a owner in something, or where you can invest and make a rate of return on something. So it really is paradigm changing when you learn how to invest in the stock market. But there you guys have it. This video is kind of extended, but I hope you guys can take something from it. And you know me, you know what Robert says, just start, man. Just start, just open that brokerage account. I'm gonna have more videos breaking down some of the brokerage accounts that I recommend you can start with. I'll make some breakdown videos on that. But you know, as elite millennials, this is what we do, man. We're business savvy creators, entrepreneurs, investors. This is simply what we do. And I hope this video was able to help you guys out. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video as we continue to grow this channel of elite millennials going after goals, crushing it, trying to be the first multi-millionaire, will be the first multi-millionaires in your family. This is a channel that you want to tune into because we post all things finance, all things entrepreneurship, e-commerce, drop shipping, stock market investing, real estate, all that stuff. And I'm giving you guys my first-hand perspective, and I'm literally walking this journey just as all you guys out there. So let's continue to build this tribe. Elite millennials, keep crushing it, keep working towards your goals, and we will succeed. Your boy Ra Ray, peace.